Alright, welcome back to the Surge. We're going to do a little bit of reading first, and then we'll move on to the boss fight. The Yosuke Butterfly. Favorite tool of Creo employees, often paired with Rhino gear, the Butterfly is tougher than its name implies. Thanks to Yosuke, heavy operators have a tool that combines the power of a forklift and the flexibility of a trained craftsman. The Exo rig does all the hard work, the operator only has to remember the 3 L's. Look, lift, and load. We picked up some new toys. The Angel 6-leg gear, manufactured exclusively by Creo's Japanese subsidiary Tenchi Systems. The Angel 6 is the latest model in a successful series of space exo rig custom made for extreme conditions. Originally designed for labor-intensive tasks in hazardous environments, it will withstand extreme duress for prolonged periods of time, keeping its wearer focused on the task at hand. Yep, we have all the parts to the leg gear. The only problem is, if you look at the power consumption, it goes way up. And it isn't, unfortunately, isn't until the second game, which I won't be playing on this channel, mostly because I don't particularly care for it. Yeah. We don't have the power necessary, and we don't get partial set bonuses. And components. That's not the schematics. Alright, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, welcome back. Hauling ass. Remember when we turned the power back on?
Reboot in progress.
We may have accidentally reactivated this, all the security.
Bypassing. Error. Bypassing. Bypass successful. Bringing primary weapon online. Primary weapon offline. Secondary systems operational.
Convenient for us.
Evaluating tactical options. Upgrading tactical analysis. Enforce maximum healing measures. Dispensing sentence.
Well, that went poorly. Ow. Okay, let's try that again. So in order to get the P.A.X imperator 2.0, you actually have to knock him down without letting him use the rockets to knock himself down.
Has a vision of a better world. We've all seen what has happened during our lifetime. This is not the future we were promised. Jonah saw the world deteriorate before his eyes. It was not just the social economic problems, the divide between the haves and the have-nots. No, it was bigger. Crops were failing, sea levels rising, droughts, floods, storms. Our world was dying. Project Resolve was designed not as a band-aid, but as a cure. With every launch, the integrity of our atmosphere is being strengthened. With every rocket's payload, our world is being reseeded for future generations. Jonah used his considerable influence to bring together world leaders and corporations to create the Kyoto Accord. No longer could the environmental changes be ignored. Many even deemed it too late. But Jonah had an idea, and using his company's extensive resources, he'd already prototyped what would become Project Resolve. And that's why you're here, to make a difference. That's why Creo's here. That's why we're all here, to make a dream reality. Not just for us, but for our children, and for our children's children.
Thank you, Don. That was somewhat informative. We'll find out what's really going on with Project Resolve later.
Believe it or not, honor of meeting Jonah Gutenberg.
Nope.
Yo, that was an amazing experience.
Got ourselves a little buddy.
Connection failure. Rerouting. Manual link established. Welcome to main production. Worker number. Database error. Let me show you around.
I'm sure it's fine.
Now, how may I help you? Let me show you around. Around.
Fabulous. Then where's operations?
Information unavailable.
Seems you've got a screw loose somewhere.
Thanks for your concern. Error. No loose screws found.
Right. So, where is everybody?
Unable to initiate link to CreoNet. No data available. Time to get to work. Let me show you the way. Terms of use and license agreement. How may I be of service? Provided by Creo. I'd like to help. I'd like to help. I'd like to... Please, hold the line.
Okay. Now we have him as a proper drone. Push up on the keypad or Y, and you can use him in this case to so if you push up on the keypad, you can use it to unlock doors. If you push Y, he'll shoot your enemies, but he uses up, if you look at the energy bar, he has an energy requirement. Drone power circuit. I think that... Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do. That's my fault. So we've got a bunch of stuff here as far as lore is concerned, so I might as well dig into it. Besides, we got that new item that I want to take a look at. Anyway, Aggression Amplifier, version 1. As a last-ditch option for specialized Creo security personnel, this implant's regenerative effects are triggered by the unique neurological stress response of hand-to-hand combat. In case of Class 5 extreme altercation or a total breakdown of management authority, anti-Creo dissidents may come to pose existential threat to ongoing operations. In such a regrettable scenario, it becomes a duty of Creo security to reestablish order. Blue X cables. Blue X cables used everywhere high insulation, low attenuation cabling is needed. Symmetrical energy transfer channels allow impulse signals to be triggered at absolute minimum threshold for actuation, ensuring that you never caught in a low energy bind again. It just reduces the cost of energy items. Drone power circuit version 3. Utilized only infrequently in standard Creo operations, drone power circuits are more commonly purloined by participants of unauthorized raging drone events. Overclocked energy channels dramatically increases the drone power yield, making for exciting drone-on-drone violence. Interesting. Mechanized counterweight version 0.9. Invaluable tool for employees of the fabrication team. The mechanized counterweight self-adjusting gyros attached to any surface and amplify tactile force input. Until its battery needs recharging, careful employees will be able to move heavy loads with more speed and strength than they've ever thought possible. It's a damage booster. The Metavoltaic Injection version 1. Dr. Gene Barrett, one of the Creo's leading research scientists, distinguished himself early in his career by pioneering revolutionary tissue regeneration techniques. He found that by designing a device's output to mimic intracellular electrical activity, a spontaneous healing process could be triggered in epithelial and muscular tissues. Taking note of this major breakthrough, Creo offered him deputy directorship of restricted projects, and in only a short time, mass production of the earliest metavoltaic circuits had begun. That's what we're using currently. It's essentially a slightly weaker healing, but you essentially have unlimited uses of it as long as you have energy. And you're generating energy every time you use your weapon, so that's... Anyway. The medical audit displays local CreoNet healthcare data to authorized medical personnel. Please note this data is proprietary property of Creo and is subject to protection under international corporate privacy laws. Any unauthorized distribution of said data constitutes theft of Creo intellectual property, and all pursuant damages will be litigated according to Section 74.2b of Creo Company bylaws. Interesting. No, not really. Plasmic regenerator injects rejuvenating solution into the bloodstream that rapidly binds with blood plasma and spreads throughout the body. Plasmic regenerators act as a stabilizer in the case of non-life-threatening injuries. quickly healing minor cuts and bruises. In the case of serious injuries, vital injectors are recommended before seeking more comprehensive medical care. So it literally says, yeah, don't use this if you need health back quickly. This is more of a, okay, we've gotten our butts kicked and we've got time to sit around, so now you can use it. Anyway, proximity sensor. Favorite companion of reclamation buddy, the proximity sensor uses benign infrasonic waves to check surrounding areas for salvageable materials. Upon location of a relevant substance of sufficient density, it will signal the user with a gentle force feedback alert. It actually does make the controller vibrate. The intensity of the tactile vibration will grow with proximity to the target in order to assist in the recovery of hidden treasures. Sustaining array slows energy decay. Frequently found in the company of vanadium E-cells, sustaining arrays slow the gradual drain of energy. Insulated cores and loss-resistant power cables mean you will stay ready for action longer than ever before. Vanadium E-cell version 1. Enter the vanadium E-cell. Creo's newly miniaturized design boasts unparalleled safety and negligible capacity degradation, able to store just as much surplus energy as its million charge as its first. Vital Boost version 1. At Creo, employee health is a top priority, and we believe that the best way to treat injury is to prevent it altogether. That's why all employees are supplied with Vital Boost implants, making the body tougher and more durable than ever before. Unfortunate accidents that might have caused missed shifts or even lost employment in previous job won't even slow you down. And that's for all of them we have. The fun thing is we can actually get rid of these. And we get a little bit of scrap back, so we can break them down. And then the Vital Ejection version 1. While safety is always the highest priority at Creo, it's important to take proper precautions in case the worst actually does happen. In the case of accidental injury, this emergency first aid injections will stabilize the unlucky employee and get them back on their feet, allowing them to seek more comprehensive medical care at their convenience. So yeah. And then we've got these, which will come into play later. Phew. Creo World. Yes, Creo does in fact have its own version of Disneyland.
Welcome. This unit is currently running on emergency power.
Oh, that's not good.
Services are limited at the moment. We apologize.
We're gonna level up. Store.
For any inconvenience.
So with the power down, we can't manufacture anything, we can't upgrade anything, and we can't get to our mail or contact that lady who called us. So let's go this way and figure out what's going on. Nope, that's not good. Hey, there's that thing again. Shit. Give me that. Rhino gear. More rhino gear. Alright, let's try that again. I had to turn the power back on, which allows us to go back here.
Good
and
to see you.
hey,
Anyone there? Are you receiving? Please contact me if you can.
I thought I turned the music off.
Warren, I was starting to worry. I'm glad you're okay.
Will you finally tell me who you are?
Sally. I'm Sally, medical staff assigned to the Executive Forum. I'm isolated up here. Stuck, to be exact. Just trying my best to figure out how I can help.
What the hell's going on here?
There was some kind of incident, that's all I know. Hardly anything is working and your area is in lockdown. I'm trapped up in the Executive Forum. There's loads of distress beacons. but you're the only person I've managed to contact. We have to do something.
Fine. Hope this qualifies for hazard pay.
Okay then. We need to find out what happened, and we won't if we just stay here. We're in this together, and like it or not, we're on our own. At least for the time being.
You tried calling for help?
The system's locked down. There's no way I know to contact anybody outside, and it seems most comms are out apart from the ops.
I better get going.
Be careful out there.
Alright, I'm gonna switch over back to the Engelhart because it's just a better weapon overall.
She said I should get to the executive level, that it's safe there. Security forces have it locked down, but it's the getting there that's the problem. She said things will soon be under control, and they've asked for external aid. It tells you how serious things have gotten if they've called for outside help. But you know what? It's fine. If they've got everything under control, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for them. It's terrifying enough listening to the noises, let alone being out there. I'm safe here.
Be careful out there.
So interesting thing is Warren's idle animations are actually the same as some of the later enemies.
Don't believe it. Hey, you! Over here! Please, my rig's out of juice. I'm a fucking statue here. Can't move a thing. Can you power it up and jumpstart me?
Sure, why not? Dean Hobbs. Get up, Dean. We're not alone anymore.
Oh, damn. Thank you. Been sitting here so long, my ass is numb.
You were kneeling, my dude.
Can't count how many times I've had to play dead out here. Nearly pissed my pants a couple of times. I'm Hobbs. Dean Hobbs. No one calls me Dean, so, you know, Hobbs is fine.
What are you doing down here?
Well, just being me. I mean, I'm maintenance. I should have left this stuff to security. But I thought, hey, Hobbs, let's find out what's going on here. Stupid, man. Just stupid. Wanted to check the fail-safe consoles, see what they recorded. Got separated from my crew, but I thought, Hobbs, don't give up now. You can make it. And that's when my rig gave out.
Guess you've got no idea what's going on around here.
Shit, man, I don't know nothing. Felt like my brain was an egg on a griddle and then the yolk popped. Woke up, head ringing like crazy. Everything had just gone to hell. What I'd seen since then. Man, you wouldn't believe it.
What's the deal with these failsafe consoles?
Creo's got a few around the factory to monitor problems and record them. There's sure to be some crazy stuff on them with all that's going down. And check them out if you want, but my adventuring days are done.
What's your plan?
I'm gonna get my ass out of here before it gets mashed like a bug in a windshield. Think I'll head up to Ops. Should be all right there.
Getting there might be a bit of a pain in the ass, though.
Stay safe, man. Stay safe.
Alright, let's figure out what this thing recorded.
Failsafe protocol active. Log mark 96 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Automatic system-wide reboot begun. Data loss analysis. Most Creo systems damaged. 27% of data storage and processing systems report complete data and record loss, with low chance of recovery. Local non-networked power supplies remain operational. Recovery protocols activated. Damaged data sectors attempting temporary repair using analogous systems. Collateral loss of workforce is rated as extreme. Overall work output efficiency remains severely impaired, with all functioning personnel-related systems reporting significant neurological deviation and physical degradation. Functioning implants and rigs should be collected for refurbishment and redistribution to fully functioning human assets.
So, something happened. A whole bunch of people got their brains fried. And now everybody kind of looks like a zombie. Gotta do this well before Butterfly there gets his, Give me that face. I'm collecting the Rhino gear. Wow, I just hit the dodge button at just the wrong time. Oh well. The only problem with the Butterfly gear, guys, is they are super aggressive. It's almost like they know something. And there's Hobbs, he's hanging out.
We made it, buddy. Good to see ya. And don't think I forgot I owe ya. Found this. Here, take it. Might help.
That's actually super helpful.
Any trouble getting here?
Nah, it was right around the corner and I kept my head down. Worst has got to be over now.
Yeah, you wish. Bye, Hobbs.
Take care, Hobbs.
Well...
What the shit? There are some attacks that hit even if you're outside the... Well, this game is finely tuned in a couple of places. There are a few that are just not even close to being... And that's the set. What's in here? Ooh. They don't look friendly at all. That's security. Those guys are assholes. Alright. Pew pew. So the drone is useful mostly just for drawing targets out. Especially if you know there's going to be like an ambush around the corner or something like that. Pop goes the weasel. And then Butterfly is going to be our problem child here. And dodge. Oh, come on. It seems to be, depending on what you're doing, an input lag issue. Because I hit the button right before he attacked, right before he jumped, and nothing happened. So that's sketchy gameplay mechanics. It's one of those things where it's souls. Sometimes it feels like I'm hitting the right button, sometimes it feels like I'm treading water. You know what I mean? There we go. And shred. And run my ass back up these stairs, because there's some dude behind me. Yeah. Oh, this guy. I want his stuff. Give me your arms. Nice. MG Sturgill. Cool. These actually need to be upgraded, like, a lot. But MG Sturgill is an occasional site in the foundry areas that supply materials to the various sectors of research and developments. Extreme temperature twin cutting blades are ideal for dividing specialized alloys into forms needed by the notoriously exacting restricted projects engineers. Striking enemies multiple times causes heat to build up, which will then be released as a fiery burst. Yes, you set them on fire. We picked up another one of these, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. And it's fine. But yeah. But the thing about twin rigged is that they're stupid fast but low damage. What?
It's almost high noon, cowboy. Already here, City Slicker?
I don't know where I'm going.
Testing. Testing. Can anyone hear me?
Yes?
Sorry about that. Didn't see you moseying around there, Tenderfoot. I'm the supervisor, by the way, but you can call me Mr. Supervisor. We need a new marshal, you see. Someone who can save this wasteland in its hour of need.
Okay.
Oh, and don't worry about living up to my expectations. I'll make sure you get a first-class hanging either way.
Thanks, asshole. We want to upgrade the Sturgill. Because it's now Mark 1 as opposed to Mark 0 or whatever you want to call it. And that gives us at the moment our best weapon damage and effect. Anyway, this is one of the DLC areas. We're not exactly set up for this yet, so we're going to go back to Central Production B. It's less of a story DLC thing, and it's more of a so the issue with Twin Rig has very low power generation, but it hits stupid fast. Hey, bud. The issue with Twin Rig, though, is it's incredibly easy to lose track of your stamina because you're moving so fast. Alright, I'm going to solve my problem that is you by this. Ow! Mother bus bucket. Are you kidding me? This guy always gives me trouble. I'm gonna pause and come back once I've killed his ass. Okay, problem solved. Yeah. The reason I wanted all that done was because we have to come over here.
Help. Please. Help.
It's not as suspicious as it sounds.
I'm locked in here.
Well, kind of not suspicious as it sounds. We'll get to that. Let's get the store open.
Damn. Thanks, man. I thought I was stuck in here for good. Say something. You okay in there? I appreciate it, really. Thought I was gonna starve in here. Don't know how much longer I would have lasted.
So tell me, what's your story?
Name's Davey, man. I work on the shell production line. Ran in here when those freaks started showing up. Didn't realize for hours the door was busted and I was stuck. Don't even know how long I've been in here.
You know what's going on around here?
You mean all this crap? No idea, man. Way above my pay grade. Something hit the system hard, that's for sure. Melted my damn neural link. It was like I was tripping in someone else's head. Thoughts, memories, just not my own. Some weird shit going down, that's all I know.
So, what are you gonna do now?
Dunno, man. Not staying out here, that's for damn sure. Maybe Ops? Should be safe, right?
Alright, so he's going back to Ops with Hobbs.
Later.
And this gives us a little bit of kind of what's going on with or at least look at some schematics for that creature that or robot we saw. I don't know why I call them. They're all robots. There's no well, there is a little bit of science fiction shit going on here. I mean, fantasy shit going on, but we'll get to
How
that.
much time has passed? Minutes? Hours? Days? This place is falling apart. I'm falling apart. I was told it wouldn't hurt, that the whole thing would be over in just a couple of minutes. But the pain is it comes in my flesh, pierced into my bones. I can still hear the machines, feel them, and I screamed. Just screamed until there was no air left in my lungs. But it didn't stop. It didn't stop.
Kind of sounds like she had the same experience we did. Okay, this is a... screw it. This is gonna suck. Ow. Ow. Thank you. I hate these things. They're difficult to fight even with the appropriate amount of space. I'm gonna call at that loss. I'm gonna call it a video. We got some bullshit to pick up with Davey and Hobbs in the in operations, but that's gonna be it for now. Thanks, guys.